naysayers, and to all of those that would like to destroy the future of the greatest country in the world, our message to them is the same as my grandfather's. Them that's going, get on the wagon. Them that ain't, get out of the way.
Herman Cain. Solutions for a better America.
This is your host, Herman Cain. Thank you for joining us today, because we're going to tell you the truth and give you the facts, because we want you to be better informed and inspired to help make this a better United States of America. Them that's going, get on the wagon. Them that ain't, get out of the way. It describes what's going on in Congress, in the House of Representatives as we speak, because of the pending vote on the Republicans' American Health Care Act. News nugget. Republicans don't blow it. They didn't get a vote yesterday because apparently they didn't have enough Republican votes. I get that. But I have gone from cautiously optimistic that they would pass it to cautiously pessimistic that they will not. Why? Because too many people have believed the malarkey, the lies, and the falsehoods about the American Health Care Act. I wrote a piece published yesterday. The American Health Care Act is a great and necessary start. Start! That's the point. Some members of the House feel it's the same way. Listen to Representative Bradley Brine, Republican from Alabama, who says the House Freedom Caucus needs to figure out what it wants to do.
Time to make a decision, gentlemen and ladies. Time to make a decision. And this is one of those moments where you've got to say who you really are deep inside of you.
I would agree with that. He goes on to say that Republicans considering voting against the bill have to ask themselves an easy question.
Are you for President Trump and repealing and replacing Obamacare, or are you against President Trump and you're against repealing and replacing Obamacare? It's that simple.
I would agree with him. It is that simple. And one of the things that bothers me the most about those that say that they're going to vote no is that they never say why, other than it doesn't go far enough. Don't they understand how the process works? That's why I label it a great start. Maybe some of them haven't even read it. I don't think Nancy Pelosi has read it. She says it made no sense for Republicans to force a vote on the health legislation on the anniversary of Obamacare.
So eager were they to, to be mean-spirited, to say we're going to bring up this bill on the same day as the 7th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act. Rookie's error, Donald Trump. You may be a great negotiator. Rookie's error for bringing this up on a day when clearly you're not ready.
I really don't care about the negative comments and the Democrats like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer being against it. That's not a surprise. The surprise is you have a Republican president, you have a Republican-controlled House, and a narrow Republican-controlled Senate, and they can't get it across the finish line just to start. Mark Meadows, House Freedom Caucus chairman, thinks Republicans are slowly making progress toward a deal that will allow the House to approve the American Health Care Act despite yesterday's vote being called off.
We are not there at this particular point.
And it goes on to say that there's more room for progress.
If we can make sure that there is an adequate safety net, that pre-existing conditions are taken care of, where truly premiums start to go down for moms and dads, that's what it's all about.
I have gone from calling, and it goes against it. Personally, I would be very disappointed along with many of you in the Republicans not being able to get their act together. That's not a threat. It is the reality. I will say one more time what I've been saying all week. Republicans promised to repeal Obamacare. They didn't specify how. You can't commit to the how in the middle of an election. And this is a great first step, in my opinion. Read all about it at hermancain.com. News nugget. American Health Care Act poll. A majority of American voters oppose the Republicans' plan to repeal and replace Obamacare, while very few voters support it, a new poll finds. Quinnipiac University poll found that 56% of voters disapprove of the GOP health care plan, while just 17% support it. Shane B, turn down the tubes because I'm about to explode here. What do you expect? You have AARP running false negative ads against it. You have the liberal media against it. You have Democrats on a daily basis bashing it. You have more misinformation and disinformation out there about the American Health Care Act by people who didn't even read the summary or the bill. What do you expect in a poll? As I indicated at the beginning of the presidential primary process, the media prides itself in being able to shape the perception of the public, sometimes based upon truth, sometimes based upon false information. So this negative attack campaign on the American Health Care Act, the Republican plan, is having its impact on the Americans' perception. What do you expect with all of this negative, false stuff out there about it? Of course people are going to have a negative perception. Now, if the House does not pass this, I have a breaking news announcement. Your rates for 2018 will go up. Whether you have an individual market plan for health insurance, or whether you work for a company where you have health insurance, even those of you that work for companies that have health insurance plans, where you pay a portion and they pay a portion. If this bill does not start and get going, your rates within your company are going to go up. Your company will not be able to absorb all of the increases that the insurance companies are going to pass on to those businesses. They're going to pass more of the costs on to you as an employee. Don't blame your company. Blame the Republicans for not starting the process to repeal and replace Obamacare. Secondly, those 1,000 counties that only have one insurer trying to do business there will increase by several hundred counties in 2018. Why? Insurance companies are not going to try to sell insurance in a county where they can't make any money. And Obamacare is imploding. And as President Trump has said, if the House Republicans can't pass a bill, we will sit back and watch Obamacare implode. And that means more people will go without insurance. More people will have higher rates. More people will be left out in the cold, as I laid it out in that commentary that I wrote. Couldn't be clearer. There's nothing to go back to, folks, except splinters from what was there before. I'm not mad. I'm just telling you the facts. News nugget. The confirmation of Judge Neil Gorsuch. Chuck Schumer says he will not back Neil Gorsuch.
He is someone who almost instinctively favors the powerful over the weak, corporations over working Americans. There could not be a worse time for someone with those instincts.
That statement, folks, is a lie. The Democrats came up with the talking point, powerful over the weak. Dianne Feinstein tried to pull that same stunt. They tried to nail him on being in favor of corporations over working Americans. That simply is not true, but it is a great soundbite for the Democrats as to why they are going to vote against Neil Gorsuch. I said early in this process they were going to dig and dig deep to try to find some flimsy reason to go against this judge. And since they couldn't find one, they are making stuff up. MSU. Sean Spicer says Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer should not be pledging a filibuster against Judge Neil Gorsuch's nomination.
We find Senator Schumer's announcement truly disappointing because it breaks with the tradition of how the Senate has handled Supreme Court confirmation votes in modern time and represents the type of partisanship that Americans have grown tired of.
They're tired of that kind of partisanship. The good news is a lot of Americans are waking up to it, but it's not being reported by some of the mainstream media, and that's why you get those polls that totally are not indicative of what the American people are saying. When I come back, smoking gun. You're listening to the Herman Cain Show.
Delivering trusted solutions for a better America.
He's telling America what we need to hear and helping to activate everyone in the right direction.
Herman Cain.
Mr. Speaker, the American people are counting on Washington getting it right this time. Correct. What does getting it right mean? Getting it right. H.R. 2300 was the original bill that Tom Price tried to introduce. Yeah. Have a better chance at a... Yeah, it's not on the books. Mm-hmm. Jared.
Yes, sir.
Passion or angry black man?
A little bit of both. There was definitely that moment where you were talking about how the premiums were going up, where I got a sense of a little bit of anger there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of passion there too.
Is anybody talking about that? No.
No, of course not.
They've gone up every year since Obamacare has been in place, and if it continues to implode, they're going to get worse.
My question is, since Trump passed that executive order that essentially makes it to where you don't have to pay the penalty anymore, what funds Obamacare? Where is that money coming from now? Remember the executive order he signed where...
Yeah. He told the IRS to cool it.
So, but does it just go bankrupt then? Or
Yeah.
where does the money
Yeah.
come from?
It just goes under. It just goes bankrupt.
Okay.
Belly up.
explain something to me here. I'm so confused with how everybody's saying this stuff, but I was under the impression that there is no secret information kept from the president. So why is Nunez has information that the president doesn't have? Can't the president just request it?
Yes.
I want to have that information right now, and I mean, because there is nothing holding him back from asking for that, from requesting that. He's the president of the United States, so I wonder.
There is nothing to stop him from asking, and there's nothing to stop the head of the intelligence community from informing him of stuff that he finds out. Nothing. What some folk are upset about is that Nunes didn't tell the committee before he told the president. BFD is my response.
Gotcha.
So BFD, okay? And he said, okay, mea culpa. Maybe I should have told you all first. It wasn't going to change the fact the next minute he could have gone and told the president. The committee can't restrain him from informing the president.
Right, because if the president requests it,
Yeah.
then he gets it no matter what.
He gets the information no matter what. They're just trying to make another mountain out of a molehill. That's all.
Oh, Herman.
Mm-hmm.
You got an email. Thank you, Mr. Cain. You inspired me to call my Congressman Hank Johnson to vote no to Paul Ryan's health care plan. I think we should try to get a free market solution.
To get Hank Johnson to vote no.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
We want him to vote yes.
Oh. Never mind. John's an asshole. Never mind. All I saw was you inspired me in the subject line. I was like, oh.
Well, maybe I inspired him to get Hank to vote the wrong way. I don't know.
Good. Enjoy your higher premiums. God bless you. Free market. Hashtag free market.
They're going up. They are going up. I'm cautiously pessimistic, but there's still a chance.
Anytime.
Welcome back to the Herman Cain Show. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next segment, RAPID, FIRE. If you can't spell, then you'll just have to wait until the next segment to figure out what that means. But the number is 877-310-2100. There are a couple of other nuggets I need to share with you quickly. First, news nugget. Uncovering the smoking gun. Republican congressional investigators expect a potential smoking gun, establishing that the Obama administration spied on the Trump transition team, and possibly the president-elect himself, will be produced to the House Intelligence Committee by the end of the weekend. Stay tuned is all I have to say. News nugget. A 52-year-old man with a long criminal record who had been investigated for ties to violent extremism carried out the deadly attack outside the British Parliament. Did I do okay, Shannon B?
You took out about 5 syllables out of Parliament.
Outside the British Parliament as the Islamic State claimed responsibility for the assault. In other words, folks, they caught the sucker. News nugget. Speaking of sucker, President Trump meets with truckers. Now, they're not suckers. Now, don't get the wrong idea. I love y'all. President Trump had another one of his listening sessions. He sat down with truckers and industry CEOs to the White House for a listening session on health care and other issues as to how they impact their industry. Did you all know that there are over, Train to be didn't know I knew this, there are over 8 million big rigs on America's highways every day. 8 million.
And most of them are on I-285 in Atlanta.
Maybe not all. Go to California, Shane, to be outside L.A.
No.
That's where the other half are located. You're listening to the Herman Cain Show. Coming up, rapid fire at 877-310-2100.
Yeah, they caught the sucker, Herman. They caught him dead after they shot him to death. Yeah, he dead.
Oh, that's right. DRD. Dead right there. DRT.
Dead right there.
Dead right. DRT, as Bortz would say. That's right. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, doesn't that mean they caught him?
Well, you know what? Touche.
Technically, I wasn't wrong.
All right, then. Carry on.
Oh. Oh, to the streamers. Did I tell you all Shane's joke from 2 days ago? I don't know if I did. If I did already, that's fine. But maybe some of you didn't hear his joke. Now, Shane is a dog owner and a dog lover. So he had a dog joke. So Shane says, what do you call a dog with no legs? I said, I don't know. He said, it won't matter because he won't be coming anyway. That is cruel.
That's pretty bad.
Now, if he were not a dog owner and a dog lover, see, I couldn't laugh at that story.
Dog people and cat people are different. Cat people kind of get upset when you diss a cat.
Yeah, that's true.
Dog owners don't care.
Yeah, doggone. Yeah, cat people get upset.
We'll feel better. We just go home and love on our dog. And everything's right in the world.
Did you let it keep going? Oh, okay. I'm done. Well, I'm done with News Nuggets. All right, we'll be back.